Health insurance can be confusing, especially when it comes to understanding terms like deductible and out-of-pocket maximum. These are two of the most important concepts to grasp, as they directly affect how much you pay for your medical care each year. In this video, we'll break down what each term means, how they work together, and why knowing the difference can help you make smarter choices about your health coverage. Let's start by laying out the basics of health insurance and why these terms matter for your financial well-being. A deductible is the amount you pay out of your own pocket for covered healthcare services before your insurance plan starts to pay. For example, if your deductible is $1,000, you'll need to pay the first $1,000 of your medical bills yourself. After you meet your deductible, your insurance begins to share the costs with you, usually through coinsurance or copayments. Deductibles reset every year, so you start over each plan year. Understanding your deductible helps you anticipate your upfront costs when you need medical care. Let's say you have a $1,000 deductible. If you have a medical procedure that costs $2,500, you'll pay the first $1,000. After that, your insurance will start to pay its share of the remaining $1,500, according to your plan's rules. This example shows how the deductible sets the stage for your out-of-pocket spending at the start of the year. It's important to check your plan details, as some services, like preventive care, may be covered before you meet your deductible. The out-of-pocket maximum is the most you'll have to pay for covered healthcare services in a plan year. Once you reach this limit, your insurance pays 100% of covered costs for the rest of the year. This includes your deductible, copayments, and coinsurance, but not your monthly premium. The out-of-pocket max protects you from very high medical expenses, giving you peace of mind that there's a cap on your spending. Imagine your out-of-pocket maximum is $6,000. Over the course of the year, you pay your deductible, copays, and coinsurance. If these add up to $6,000, you won't have to pay anything more for covered services for the rest of the year. Your insurance will cover all additional eligible costs. This limit is especially important if you have a serious illness or accident that leads to high medical bills. Your deductible and out-of-pocket maximum work together to determine your total costs. First, you pay your deductible. After that, you may pay coinsurance or copays until you reach your out-of-pocket max. Once you hit that max, your insurance pays 100% of covered services. This structure helps limit your financial risk and ensures you're protected from catastrophic expenses. It's important to remember that your monthly premium is not included in your deductible or out-of-pocket maximum. The premium is what you pay each month to keep your insurance active, regardless of whether you use any medical services. Your deductible and out-of-pocket max only apply to the costs you pay when you actually receive care. After you meet your deductible, you may still have to pay a portion of your medical costs. Copayments are fixed amounts you pay for specific services, like a doctor's visit. Coinsurance is a percentage of the cost you share with your insurance. Both of these payments count toward your out-of-pocket maximum, helping you reach that limit faster if you need a lot of care. Many health insurance plans cover preventive care, like annual checkups and screenings, at no cost to you, even if you haven't met your deductible. This encourages you to get important health services without worrying about upfront costs. Always check your plan details to see which preventive services are covered before the deductible applies. If you have a family plan, there may be both individual and family deductibles. Each family member has their own deductible, but there's also a family deductible that applies to the group. Once the family deductible is met, insurance starts paying for everyone, even if some members haven't met their individual deductible yet. This structure helps families manage costs together. Similar to deductibles, family plans also have individual and family out-of-pocket maximums. Once any one person reaches their individual max, insurance covers their costs. If the family max is reached, insurance pays 100% for all family members. This ensures that no one in the family faces unlimited medical bills in a year. Understanding your deductible helps you plan for medical expenses. If you expect to need a lot of care, a lower deductible might make sense, even if the premium is higher. If you're generally healthy, a higher deductible could save you money on premiums, but you'll pay more upfront if you do need care. Knowing your deductible helps you budget and avoid surprises. The out-of-pocket maximum is your financial safety net. It limits how much you can spend on covered healthcare in a year, protecting you from huge bills if you get seriously ill or injured. When comparing plans, look at the out-of-pocket max to understand your worst-case scenario. This can give you peace of mind and help you choose the right coverage. To sum up, your deductible is what you pay first, and your out-of-pocket maximum is the most you'll pay in a year. The deductible is just one part of your total spending. After you meet it, you still pay coinsurance or copays until you reach the out-of-pocket max. Once you hit that max, insurance covers everything else for the year. Many people think that once they meet their deductible, they don't have to pay anything else. In reality, you'll still pay coinsurance or copays until you reach your out-of-pocket maximum. It's also common to confuse the deductible with the out-of-pocket max, but they're separate limits. Understanding the difference helps you avoid surprises and plan better. You can find your deductible amount on your insurance card, in your plan documents, or by logging into your insurance company's website. It's usually listed as a dollar amount, and may be different for individuals and families. Knowing this number helps you estimate your potential costs for the year. Your out-of-pocket maximum is also listed in your plan documents or online account. It's important to know this number so you understand your financial protection. If you have a family plan, check both the individual and family out-of-pocket max amounts. Your deductible includes payments for covered services, but not your monthly premium. The out-of-pocket maximum includes your deductible, copays, and coinsurance, but again, not your premium. Some costs, like out-of-network care, may not count toward these limits, so always review your plan details. Most plans have different deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums for in-network and out-of-network care. In-network providers have agreed rates with your insurance, so your costs are usually lower. Out-of-network care may not count toward your limits, or may have higher limits. Always try to use in-network providers to keep your costs down. Some insurance plans have separate deductibles or out-of-pocket maximums for prescription drugs. This means you might have to pay a certain amount for medications before coverage starts, and there may be a separate cap on drug costs. Review your plan's drug coverage to understand how these limits apply to you. High-deductible health plans have higher deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums, but usually lower monthly premiums. They're often paired with health savings accounts, HSAs, which let you save money tax-free for medical expenses. HDHPs can be a good choice if you're healthy and want to save on premiums, but be prepared for higher upfront costs if you need care. Low-deductible plans have higher monthly premiums but lower upfront costs when you need care. These plans may be better if you expect to use a lot of medical services, as you'll reach your deductible sooner and insurance will start sharing costs earlier in the year. When choosing a health insurance plan, consider your expected medical needs, your budget, and your risk tolerance. A lower deductible may cost more each month, but save you money if you need a lot of care. A higher deductible can save on premiums, but means more out-of-pocket if you get sick or injured. Always compare both the deductible and out-of-pocket max. No one plans to get sick or have an accident, but unexpected events can happen. That's why understanding your deductible and out-of-pocket maximum is so important. These limits help you prepare for the financial impact of emergencies and ensure you're not left with unlimited bills. Both your deductible and out-of-pocket maximum reset each year. This means you start over with new limits every plan year, regardless of what you spent last year. It's important to plan for these resets, especially if you have ongoing health needs. If you don't reach your deductible in a year, you'll pay for all your covered services up to that amount. Any unused deductible does not carry over to the next year. This is why it's important to consider your expected healthcare needs when choosing a plan. If you don't reach your out-of-pocket maximum, you simply pay your share of costs as you go. The out-of-pocket max is there as a safety net, but many people never reach it in a typical year. It's most important for those who have high medical expenses. When you receive medical care, your provider sends a claim to your insurance company. The insurer determines how much you owe based on your deductible, coinsurance, and out-of-pocket max. You'll receive an explanation of benefits, EOB, showing what you owe and what insurance paid. This process helps you track your progress toward your limits. An explanation of benefits is a statement from your insurance company that details what was billed, what they paid, and what you owe. It's not a bill, but it helps you understand how your deductible and out-of-pocket max are being applied. Reviewing your EOBs can help you catch errors and stay on top of your healthcare spending. Insurance companies negotiate rates with in-network providers, which means you pay less than the full price for services. The amount you pay toward your deductible and out-of-pocket max is based on these negotiated rates, not the provider's standard charges. This can save you significant money over time. If you use out-of-network providers, your costs may be much higher. Some plans have separate, higher deductibles and out-of-pocket maxes for out-of-network care, or may not cover it at all. Always check your plan's network before scheduling care to avoid unexpected bills. Emergency care is often covered differently than routine care. Some plans treat emergency services as in-network, even if the provider isn't, to protect you from huge bills. However, you may still be responsible for higher deductibles or out-of-pocket maxes. Always review your plan's emergency care rules. Most modern health insurance plans no longer have lifetime or annual dollar limits on essential health benefits. Instead, your deductible and out-of-pocket max are the main limits you need to watch. This change helps ensure you're protected from catastrophic costs over your lifetime. Specialty care, like physical therapy or mental health services, may have different coverage rules. Some plans limit the number of visits or require higher copays. These costs still count toward your deductible and out-of-pocket max, so keep track if you need ongoing specialty care. Dental and vision insurance are usually separate from your main health plan. They often have their own deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums. Make sure you understand these separate limits if you have dental or vision coverage, as they work differently from your health insurance. Short-term health insurance plans may have different rules for deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums. These plans often have lower coverage limits and may not cover pre-existing conditions. Always read the fine print to understand what you're responsible for if you choose a short-term plan. Medicare has its own rules for deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums. For example, Medicare Part A and Part B each have separate deductibles, and there's no out-of-pocket max for original Medicare. Medicare Advantage plans may have out-of-pocket limits. Always check your specific plan for details. Medicaid plans often have low or no deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums, depending on your state. These plans are designed to keep healthcare affordable for low-income individuals and families. Check your state's Medicaid program for specific rules about limits and coverage. Deductible, the amount you pay for covered healthcare services before your insurance starts to pay. This is a yearly amount that resets each plan year. It's one of the most important numbers to know when managing your healthcare costs. Out-of-pocket maximum, the most you have to pay for covered healthcare services in a plan year. After you reach this amount, your insurance pays 100% of covered costs. This limit includes your deductible, copays, and coinsurance, but not your premium. Coinsurance, the percentage of costs you pay for covered services after you meet your deductible. For example, if your coinsurance is 20%, you pay 20% of the bill, and your insurance pays 80%. Coinsurance counts toward your out-of-pocket maximum. Copayment, a fixed amount you pay for a specific healthcare service like a doctor's visit or prescription. Copays usually apply after you meet your deductible and count toward your out-of-pocket maximum. Premium, the amount you pay each month to keep your health insurance active. Premiums are separate from your deductible and out-of-pocket maximum and must be paid whether or not you use any medical services. In-network, healthcare providers who have agreed to negotiated rates with your insurance company. Using in-network providers usually means lower costs for you, and payments count toward your deductible and out-of-pocket max. To wrap up, understanding the difference between your health insurance deductible and out-of-pocket maximum is crucial for managing your healthcare costs. The deductible is what you pay first, and the out-of-pocket max is the most you'll pay in a year. Knowing these numbers helps you plan, budget, and avoid surprises. Always review your plan details, and don't hesitate to ask your insurer for clarification if you're unsure about your coverage. With this knowledge, you can make smarter choices for your health and your wallet.